Berries are not only great for desserts and snacks, but they're also great to incorporate into many different meals.
Berries are packed with antioxidants, which can protect your cells from damage. They're also loaded with vitamins, minerals, and fiber.
If you're like me, when you purchase berries, you start out with great intentions and oftentimes put them in the refrigerator, forget about them.
And the berries go bad, right?
Yeah, and they're on the cusp and you're not sure if you really want to eat them raw. So one thing I found to extend their life is to just simply make vinaigrettes.
Oh, that's a great idea. Perfect. So you're gonna show us today?
I am, and you can do this with any berry pretty much.
Okay.
Today I'm going to show you with blueberries specifically and use a basic vinaigrette recipe that you can use with any berry.
Wonderful, let's get started. So we have a mason jar here. I've never seen a dressing made in a mason jar before.
Well, one reason I like to do that is because I can go straight from counter to refrigerator.
Okay, and no mess, right? It's
no
right
mess.
in one jar here, that's perfect.
Right? No additional bowls to mess up. Right?
Nice.
So I start with about a half a cup of blueberries.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add a little more than a quarter cup of olive oil.
Nice. So we're adding in some good fat. It's going to bring out those nutrients of the vitamins, right?
Exactly. Followed by a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
Perfect. And you were talking before, that vinegar is going to help preserve this for a couple weeks, right?
It does. This dressing will be good in your refrigerator for about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Even longer.
That's wonderful. So you're really extending that life of the berry.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And it's just a lot less wasteful. Just gonna add a little bit of mustard. Mustard helps the dressings bind. Followed by a little bit of shallot.
It's gonna add in some flavor.
I happen to like tarragon. Oftentimes I'll use mint depending on what kind
Which one you're using.
Right.
And you can change it up, right? So one
Sure.
time you make it with this, the other time you make it with that.
So if you happen to have some tarragon like we did, there you go. A little bit of sugar, just a tiny bit, sugar in the raw. Lemon juice.
What does the lemon juice do?
It adds a little bit of acidity to it.
Okay.
And really helps peak the flavors.
A little bit of honey.
A little bit of honey. Also helps with the emulsification, holding it together, and cuts any tartness.
Okay. And honey also has nutrition benefits. It's going to add in that antibiotic property. So it's pretty neat too.
So the next step, I have a stick blender. If you don't have one of these, you can easily use a regular blender or a food processor. And the very last resort, I would say, is kind of using a whisk.
Yeah, just mush it up,
So start
right?
slowly.
It's amazing that you can do it right in the jar.
Right, and then it's done.
So you are going to have some skins in there. So again, you're adding even in some fiber to this.
I personally like the skins. If you don't, you can put it through a mesh.
To strain it out.
Strainer.
Okay. But this is amazing too because a lot of our dressings are really creamy and heavy. They're going to add in a lot of calories, but this way we're going to cut that down.
Right, and it's done.
These berries are absolutely loaded with nutrients and vitamins. Just 5 strawberries gives you a whole day of vitamin C.
That's incredible.
A lot of people don't know. They think oranges have the highest vitamin C, but it's actually strawberries. They have the highest of any fruit. So, which is great. Blueberries can help our eyes. They have leucine in them, which helps protect our eyes. That antioxidant is really powerful. And also our raspberries and blueberries are great too. So they're loaded with fiber, nutrients, and vitamins, and they're great tasting. They're gonna add that sweetness that we're craving.
Well, there we go. We extended the life of our berries.
Perfect.
Now we have some salads in our future.
I love it. I had no idea how easy it would be to make my own homemade dressing.
You're right, it is easy, and now you know what's in them as well.
That's right, because in the store they can be loaded with fillers and even high fructose corn syrup. We don't want that. So tonight, try your own creation and make your own homemade dressing.